One quiet evening, a 12-year-old girl named Lena was scanning her bookshelf. Her eyes landed on an old, dusty book that seemed to be glowing faintly. It was called The Journey of Life. Filled with curiosity, she pulled it from the shelf and opened its pages. Instantly, a warm, brilliant light flooded her room. From within the light, a calm man in a white coat emerged. "Hello, Lena. My name is Oren," he said with a kind smile. "You've opened the book, so our journey can begin. Tonight, you will travel through all the stages of human development, from the very first spark of life to the wisdom that comes with old age." Lena's eyes widened with excitement. She couldn't believe it. With a nod, she agreed, and their magical journey began. In a blink, Lena found herself floating in a soft, glowing, womb-like space. It was warm and peaceful. In the center, a tiny, developing fetus drifted serenely, surrounded by shimmering lights that looked like stars. Oren's voice echoed gently round her. "This is where it all begins, Lena. The prenatal stage. Life starts as a single cell and, in just 9 months, grows into a fully formed human. It's a time of incredible transformation. The brain forms, the senses awaken, and the first reflexes develop. Every human being starts their journey right here." Lena watched in absolute awe as tiny sparks of life and energy pulsed all around them. It was a silent, powerful dance of creation. The scene dissolved and reformed into a vibrant, colorful daycare. The air was filled with the sounds of laughter and happy chatter. Toddlers were everywhere, crawling across soft mats, stacking colorful blocks, and exploring everything with wide, curious eyes. Above them, glowing holograms floated in the air, showing key moments. One showed a baby taking its first wobbly steps, another a child saying their first word, "Mama." Oren's voice was warm and encouraging. "This is infancy and early childhood. These are the years of firsts. Children learn to walk, to talk, and to interact with the world around them. They build the foundations of independence, learning through play, touch, and sight. Every interaction is a lesson." Lena couldn't help but smile as she watched a little boy finally manage to stand on his own 2 feet, a look of pure triumph on his face. Next, they found themselves inside a glowing, 3-dimensional classroom. Children, a bit older than the toddlers, sat at their desks, completely absorbed in their tasks. Some were reading from holographic books, others were solving math problems that floated in the air, and a few were gathered in a corner, laughing and sharing secrets with their friends. The room buzzed with focused, creative energy. "We've now entered middle and late childhood," Oren explained. "This is a critical stage for building fundamental skills. Children learn the building blocks of knowledge, reading, writing, and arithmetic. But just as importantly, they learn about social rules and friendships. They start to understand their place in the world and how they fit in with others." Lena felt the exciting buzz of learning all around her, a feeling she knew very well from her own school. Suddenly, the familiar classroom vanished, replaced by a futuristic city, bathed in the glow of neon lights. The energy here was completely different, intense, vibrant, and a little chaotic. Teenagers walked through the streets, their clothes and hairstyles expressing unique identities. Shifting symbols representing a storm of emotions: joy, anger, confusion, and excitement floated above their heads. "Welcome to adolescence," Oren announced. "This is a powerful time of change and self-discovery. The body goes through rapid physical growth, and emotions can feel like a roller coaster. Teenagers grapple with big questions. Who am I? And who do I want to become? It's a bridge between childhood and adulthood, a time for exploring identity." Lena felt the weight and excitement of those questions hanging in the air. It was a feeling she was just beginning to understand herself. The scene shifted again, and the neon lights were replaced by a soft, golden glow. They were in a world representing early adulthood. They saw people shaking hands in bright, modern offices, forging new careers. They saw friends laughing together in cafes, building strong bonds. They watched a young couple holding hands, their faces full of hope and love as they prepared to get married and start a family. In early adulthood, life's major pillars are often built, Oren said. People focus on forming intimate relationships, establishing careers, and finding their own independence away from their families. The choices made during these years can shape the entire course of a person's future. Lena watched the couple, feeling the warmth of their shared dream for a new life together. The golden light deepened into the rich, warm colors of a forest in late afternoon. This was a landscape of middle adulthood. Here, adults moved with a quiet confidence. One was mentoring a younger colleague at work, patiently sharing their knowledge. Another was volunteering, contributing their time and skills to their community. They were parents, leaders, and guides. This stage is often about finding a deeper sense of purpose, Oren explained. It's about generativity guiding the next generation and making a meaningful contribution to the world. People find satisfaction in what they give back, leaving a legacy for those who come after them. Lena admired the look of strength and stability on everyone's faces. They seemed so steady, so sure of their place in the world. Finally, the world transformed one last time. A peaceful, breathtaking sunset painted the horizon in hues of orange, pink, and purple. The air was still and calm. Here, older adults walked slowly, sometimes alone, sometimes with a loved one. They sat on benches, looking out at the view, their faces etched with the lines of a long life. Memories seemed to shimmer around them like a gentle mist. Oren's voice was now a soft whisper. This is late adulthood. In these final years, people often engage in life review, looking back on their journey. Those who feel a sense of satisfaction and wholeness gain a profound sense of wisdom and peace. But those who are filled with regret may feel sorrow. It is a time for reflection and acceptance. Lena felt a deep, warm silence settle around her, a silence that felt both gentle and incredibly wise. In a final, brilliant flash of golden light, Lena found herself standing back in her own bedroom. The magical book lay open on her desk. Oren stood beside it, his form already beginning to fade, becoming transparent. He smiled at her one last time. Remember this journey, Lena, he said, his voice fading but clear. Every stage of life has its own unique challenges, its own lessons, and its own special beauty. Respect each stage, seek to understand it, and most importantly, cherish it. And with a final, soft glow, he disappeared completely. Lena slowly reached out and closed the book. Her heart was full, overflowing with wonder and a brand new understanding of the incredible journey that is life. The world outside her window seemed the same, but for Lena, everything had changed. Thank you so much for joining us on Lina's journey of life. If this story resonated with you, please give this video a like and subscribe for more content that explores the wonders of our world.